Oh boy. Before you watch this video, I just want to say spoilers. If you have not seen up to season 13 and you do not want to hear facts and stuff about season 14, then I suggest not watching this video if you want to keep it all a surprise for you. So yeah, don't watch this if you don't want to know anything about season 14 yet. You guys know how much I love Supernatural. I have a whole YouTube channel dedicated to it and I cry over it at least twice a day. Once when I wake up, once at night, and sometimes a little bit in the middle. It depends how often I have a mental breakdown, but it's fine. I'm very excited for season 14. I don't know about you guys, but I really am. I think season 13 was great, and I'm very excited to see the rest of the whole plot that we have seen from season 13. So again, spoilers, don't watch this video if you have not seen season 13 in its complete wholeness, and also do not watch this video if you do not want spoilers for season 14. I have acquired a bunch of facts that I have been researching over the internet for the past 3 hours, and I have tried to gather as much information as I can about season 14. These are all the things that we know currently about season 14. Today's date is July 28th. It's currently 3:30 in the morning as I'm filming this, but you know what? I had this idea and I thought, why not do it? So, firstly, as we should all know, the first episode will air on Thursday, October 11th, 8/7 Central for all you American folks. I did not look up what time it airs for y'all UK folks or whatever area you may be in, but Supernatural will stay on the air on the CW for the same time slot that it had last year. A few episode names have already been revealed. Episode 1 will be called Stranger in a Strange Land, Episode 2, Gods and Monsters, Episode 3, The Scar, Episode 4, Mint Condition, Episode 5, Nightmare Logic, Episode 6, Curious Cravings, Episode 7 will be Unhuman Nature. But these episode names can change. If you remember last year, season 13 episode, or not technically last year, I mean a few months ago, season 13 episode 22 was originally called Apocalypse Now, and then it was changed to Exodus, I think like 2 weeks before the episode was due to premiere. So again, they can change, but these are just the set names that we have right now. Sam will have a beard in the beginning of the season due to his all depression, loss of Dean, and all that other stuff. So yeah, Sam's actually finally gonna have a full-fledged fucking beard, which actually kind of scares me a little bit. A clip of the first episode was shown at I think it stands for San Diego Comic-Con, SDCC, I know it was at Comic-Con. And there was a description given for what was shown, and I'm not currently able to find what was shown, but to save the trouble of reading all this, basically, this guy kind of summons Dean and he's praying to Islam. Praying to Islam, I'm probably not saying the right words. He's praying to Allah, which is the god in the, I think, Islamic or Muslim religion. I'm not sure. Don't come at me. Dean is summoned and he's asking this guy who's praying what he wants for humanity. And he says peace and love. And then Michael, in Dean's body, smirks and says it's not what humans want, but they say it is, and truthfully humans don't want it. This kind of reminds me of Leviathan Cass. So just a little side note, maybe this may be a little bit similar. I don't know. Not Leviathan Cass when he got taken over by the Leviathans, but like before the Leviathans started eating him from the inside, if you know what I mean. So apparently Michael's quest is to find out what people want and end up destroying the planet. Great, thanks Michael. Next one, the reason why there's 20 episodes this season is that the reason why there's 20 episodes this season, as Jensen explained in an interview, is so that the actors can have more time with their families so they continue making Supernatural for more seasons to come. So don't panic about there only being 20 episodes. I get it, I would love to have those 3 extra episodes, but if it means that we get more seasons of Supernatural, then I'm good. Castiel will be in the 300th episode, thankfully. Some of the Wayward Sisters will return for season 14. Joni Mills has already been confirmed to be coming back to season 14, as so as Rowena has, and I'm assuming Charlie probably will as well. But they have not confirmed if they're going to be a part of saving Dean, but I am hoping for it because I need some badass females in my life, right? It has been hinted that we will see the Empty again in season 14 by Robert Singer, who, if you don't know who he is, he helps write Supernatural. And for what reasons? I do not know. They have not revealed why the Empty will be coming back, if he will be a villain or just kind of doing his own thing like he did back in season 13, episode 4. But you know what? I don't know. But I'm hoping that it's to bring Gabriel back, because, you know, if it's not to bring Gabriel back, I think I'm just gonna like quit life and just sulk in my room for eternity. But hey, that's just me. Misha said at the panel that Cass will kind of be taking Jack under his wing now that his grace has been depleted, and Castiel has kind of been in that situation back in season 9 when he didn't have his grace and he was human. But Jack's grace should replenish throughout the season. This is just kind of an educated guess, considering that Lucifer healed his wound while it was still glowing, so he probably still does have a little bit of grace left in him that should be able to regenerate as time passes. But the only thing is, I'm pretty sure there's a little bit of a difference between Nephilim grace and Archangel grace. But also, as Gabriel said back in season 13, his grace can replenish with time. So I'm thinking if Archangel grace can replenish if it's stolen, I'm thinking the same thing can happen for Nephilim grace, because they are pretty similar. And also Jack was born from Lucifer, who is an Archangel, and he is 2 times stronger than Lucifer with his powers. Season 14 will not be the last season of Supernatural. This has been confirmed by the cast members and the crew. It has been said that they do not want to end the season there. Obviously, they still have to wait on a network for that kind of stuff, obviously. But they've said so many stuff. So they've said so many things about season 14 not being the ending that it's stupid to even think that it will be the ending. Because honestly, I don't know if I'm in denial. But you can go check out my video talking more about that, and I'll link it at the end of the video in the little square box thing. You'll see it. But there's been a lot of proof saying, from the actors saying that 300 episodes is not going to be last. Obviously, there's going to be 20 episodes, which will leave us at 307, I think. In the absence of Dean, we will finally be able to see Sam take on kind of a leader role for the people from the Apocalypse world that they brought back, that are staying in the bunker, and for Castiel and Jack. The 300th episode is said to be an outsider's perspective of Sam and Dean and the people who live in Lebanon, Kansas, in the same town as them. It's said to be heartwarming and also filled with murder. Sounds like Supernatural to me. And the last fact that I have is the 300th episode their 300th episode will be the 13th episode of season 14. If the plot says that this will be an outsider's look on Sam and Dean's life in the bunker, then I'm guessing the whole Dean and Michael situation will be taken care of by then. I don't think they realized they kind of spoiled that. Here are my opinions, now that I've read all my facts. I am very excited for season 14. Season 13 was great, and I think season 12 was great. After season 11, season 11 was a little iffy for me. They did have a few really good episodes in that season, but I don't think the whole arc was personally my favorite. Now that season 13 is kind of coming full circle with the whole Lucifer and Michael arc, I'm very, very excited to see this. We've never seen Dean be possessed by someone for, you know, someone this powerful, or, you know, we've seen Dean be a demon, but that was still Dean, but that was just Dean as a demon. We've never seen Jensen playing another character besides Dean, and I'm totally stoked for this. I'm very stoked about the fact that Sam is finally going to be able to take this leader role. I feel like in the past few seasons, Sam has been pretty neglected when it comes to being a leader and, you know, taking control of all these things, considering he wasn't even the one to kill Lucifer. And I personally would have loved to see Sam kill Lucifer other than Dean, but I understand that the whole plot kind of went in there. And he did help. If Sam never threw the Archangel Blade up at Dean, he would have been dead. So, props to Sam, my baby. I may be a little bit biased towards Sam, considering Sam is just more relatable of a character to me, so I tend to, you know, just care about him a little bit more, because I feel like we haven't really gotten Sam-centric stuff since season 8. After season 8, after the whole Gadriel thing. We haven't really had just like full Sam moments, you know? It's always been Dean with the mark of Cain, Dean being a demon, Dean with the mark of Cain again, Dean and Amara without the mark of Cain. And then, you know, we got a little bit of Sam-centric stuff. We got Sam getting shot by the British men of letters, and then him being all saved. But then I think as season 12 progressed, it started to become more about whatever Sam and Dean were fighting and not Sam and Dean. I want to see a lot out of season 14. Firstly, I really do want to see the whole Dean and Michael situation last more than 3 episodes. If you guys know, back in season 10, Demon Dean only lasted 3 episodes and sent fans into an uproar, so I'm hoping that Supernatural doesn't make the same mistake again. Secondly, again, as I said before, I want to see more Sam-centric episodes, considering I feel like Sam's been pretty neglected. It's all kind of been about Dean lately. And, you know, it's supposed to be about Sam and Dean, you know? I feel like now that Michael is taking over Dean, we're going to be able to see more of Sam being the leader role that he wants to be. And yeah, the whole main focus of the season is going to be helping Dean and saving Dean. What can we do to get Dean back? And I'm very excited about that. I also want to see more Cass, man. Like, I feel like within the past few seasons, Castiel hasn't really been, like, there for the big bads. He wasn't there with the whole Lucifer thing. He wasn't there, like, for a lot. And it's like, I get it, because, like, Castiel was in the bunker making sure everyone knew what would happen to Dean and what Dean just fucking did. Thanks, Dean. Also, now that it's been confirmed that there will only be 20 episodes of season 14, I'm hoping that they get to stick to the arc more this season, because as much as I do love filler episodes, I feel like sometimes I can kind of take away from the main plot. When I have to wait 3 weeks for another episode, and it's a filler episode, I'm gonna be a little bit salty, just letting you know, okay? Don't even get me started. When the whole Gabriel thing was revealed, that he was back after season 13, episode 13, Devil's Bargain, I think we waited like 3 weeks for another episode, and guess what? It didn't have Gabriel in it. Yeah, that's the stuff that pisses me off. But anyway, I want the whole Dean and Michael situation to last. But also, I don't want it to be the whole season, because I think back last season, saving Mary was a whole fucking fiasco, right? I feel like it lasted way too long for the season. I feel like they probably should have done that. Maybe a little bit past the mid-season finale. I think that having Mary be in the apocalypse world for so long was kind of bad writing, considering that, you know, we just got her back. I understand that a lot of fans don't like the fact that Mary is back. I think it's a really good thing that Mary is back, because it just shows how dynamic your characters can be in Supernatural, and, you know, that's a very important thing. I can go into a whole nother video about that, so maybe I'll do it. Also, I do not want to see Lucifer back for season 14. I feel like Lucifer's plot has been finished. I feel like the last remnants of him is in Jack, and Jack is trying to be better than his dad, and I want to be able to see the good in Jack and make sure that he's all like, let's go save Dean, like, is Sam okay, is Cass okay, what's everyone doing? Like, I want to see him be, you know, kind of like Sam a little bit back in the older seasons, when Sam was like, you know, getting used to the old hunting ways when he was like, you know, came back into the season 1 and all that stuff. Yeah, I know Jack is going to be in the season, thankfully. I really do want to see a whole episode based on them just going to fight Michael. Now, I do have a whole theory video about this, by the way, about how they can get Michael out of Dean. But the one thing I do fear is them killing Dean. As you know, in Supernatural, there are many characters that die, and Dean happens to be the one character that has died the most. Yeah, thanks, Gabe. Anyway, I don't want to see Dean die. Having a character die over and over and over again kind of takes away the, you know, the heartbreak or whatever. I mean, obviously, me being me, when I saw Sam die in season 13, episode 21, I flipped the shit and I started sobbing. But here's the one thing I am worried about. They don't have the episode 21 curse this season. So when am I supposed to expect the death? Not ready for that. I am hoping that this season makes way for a next season, because me being me, I am not ready for Supernatural to end. I've only been watching the show for a few years. It's been a while, but Supernatural means a lot to me, and for it to end soon for me. I started watching it like 4 or 5 years ago, I think. It was when, like, it was back in 2013 I first started watching Supernatural, and that was like when season 9 first came on Netflix and all that stuff. So I binge watched all of season 1 through 9. But I want to be able to see Supernatural last pretty long, and it has lasted pretty long right now. But I want them to be able to make way for a new season. I want this season to have as much quality as the last season had, and not be them dicking around most of the time, because, you know, I feel like season 13 did have a little bit of dicking around. Season 12 did too. I think season 11 had a lot of dicking around. But they've gotten progressively better with the arcs and the seasons and all of that stuff. So I am truly hoping that this season really steps up the game. Well, I really do think it will, because having Dean get possessed by this other world with Michael will be a great arc, and will also make me kind of want to kill myself, but that's besides the point. The last thing that I would love to see in season 14 is Sam kind of like reminiscing on Lucifer. Hear me out. I feel like in the past seasons we haven't really been able to see what the effects of Lucifer being around has on Sam. If you don't remember, even though Sam was only in hell for a little bit of time back in season 5, him being in hell for that little amount of time in Earth time is equivalent to millions of years in the cage with Lucifer. And that's a lot of time to be Lucifer's bunk buddy and be tortured in hell for how many fucking years, right? Did the math one time, it's a lot, because Sam had said, like, in season 6 when he had, like, fainted and he was only out for a few minutes, he said it felt like a few weeks, right? And that's where I got my calculations. I feel like everyone kind of has been neglecting about how Sam feels about being around Lucifer, and now that Lucifer's dead, I want to at least see Sam be a little bit happy about the fact that Lucifer's dead, because we got that small little smile that, like, really warmed my heart, and then, of course, Dean had to run off. Thanks, Michael, I hate you. I feel like they tend to neglect that whole arc, because the Sam Lucifer arc is a really big arc in Supernatural. Like, he was tortured in hell for how fucking long? Like, that takes mental toll, that takes like a big mental toll on someone, and no one's saying anything about it. So I really want them to at least cover it a little bit. I want, like, Cass maybe to ask him how he's doing or something like that. Like, someone just please give Sam a fucking hug. Just petition to give Sam Winchester all the hugs. That's all I want. It's what he deserves, okay? He deserves hugs, love, and a girlfriend that won't die on the ceiling. I think that is all that I have to say. Thank you for watching. If you have any other facts about season 14, feel free to let me know in the comments below. I tried to find everything that I could. I spent 3 hours researching everything. What are your opinions on season 14? What do you think is going to happen? I've already said what I think is going to happen in another video if you want to go check it out. I'll also put the link at the end of this video. You just gotta stick around until the end, or you can go on my channel and look it up. You can check out my links in the description below. I have my Instagram, my Twitter, and my 2 Discord servers. I made a new Discord server, by the way. I have a first one, which is just for my YouTube channel, where you guys can come and talk to me and all that stuff. And then I have another Supernatural channel where, if you're not really a fan of me and you just kind of casually watch my videos, or maybe this is the first video you're seeing of me, you can join that server and talk all about Supernatural. That's what it's about. Make sure you go check the links down in the description. All the links and stuff are there. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Don't get possessed by any demons or archangels. And I hope you have a good day. Bye.